DJ Firestarr, Spotify, Influential Records, I'm Not New to This, all of that. Lit Radio, UK to US rap show, formerly Dash. We're outside with my brother Bizzy Banks in the building. Brooklyn. What's popping, fam? How you feeling?
Ain't shit, I'm feeling good. How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Yeah. So, I mean, obviously you've been here about nearly a week.
Yeah.
In the UK.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about all of that, but first of all, need to shout out the Gumbo fam.
Shout out Gumbo.
Luca, Alexis,
the family.
Francois as well, big on the PR. My phone was ringing, bro, even before you landed. I said, listen, Bizzy Banks is coming to London. Fire, you need to tap in. So when I reached out to you, obviously we've been speaking since you landed.
Touchdown, yeah, fact.
Just making sure you're straight, you know, see if everything's good while you're out here. But let's talk about, boy, I mean, I don't even know. We could start with the journey, but really, we should be starting with Don't Start Part 3.
Yeah, that just dropped.
That just dropped. Now, obviously you've been out here, so you dropped it. How's the feedback been? I know the people been waiting on that crazy. Talk about that a little bit.
Been waiting for Don't Start 3 for a couple of years now. I think Don't Start 2 dropped like 2 years ago, or 3 years ago. So they've been waiting like 3 years for that record, for Part 3.
And is that, I mean, what made you want to turn that into, was it the response on obviously the first drop that made you want to turn it into
Definitely. Because the first drop was more like a statement, and then the second drop was like, for me, letting them know.
Yeah.
So once I seen like everybody was like fucking with 1 and 2, I was like, whenever I want to talk my shit, for me, I'm gonna just add the next part on. I feel like it was the time for that.
And I think obviously if they go and tap in and they go watch 1 to 3 now, that'll break down what it's about. You know, it's clear. You're talking your shit, like, you know what I mean. But for the people that might not be familiar, like, where Part 1, where did the inspiration for that, like, how did that all come about, man?
Don't Start Part 1. It was just on some like, you know, it's a lot going on in New York. So it's a lot of side picking and choosing, and I don't really pick sides. Like, I just do my own thing. Yeah. So that's what really inspired Part 1. It was just like a statement letting niggas know, like, feel me? You don't fuck with me and what I got going on. I ain't gonna fuck with you and what you got going on. Right, so that's really how it started.
Yeah, and obviously I see the response to Part 1, and it was inevitable you was gonna do the Part 2 and the Part 3.
And then Part 2 started going crazy. Part 2 is way better than Part 1, in my opinion.
Right.
So, word.
And that was the Part 2 dropped like, 2 years ago, you said?
Yeah, like 2-3 years ago.
Okay, and then obviously, like we said, Part 3 just came out. You was in London while that dropped. What's it like being overseas? And obviously, like, people are waiting on that, like, so what you want to call it, a series, I guess, you know what I mean? Its own series within. But a lot of your fans are waiting on that one, and I know it must feel kind of sick to be overseas and dropping something and then getting the love back from stateside as well, you know what I mean?
Because I had to stay up till 5 in the morning.
I saw the premiere was 5. Yeah.
I had to stay up till 5 in the morning so I could make sure I drop it at midnight for everybody in the States.
Yeah, and then you obviously want to be live to just see, like, what the people them are saying.
I'm feeling the energy, though. It was a lot of good feedback. It's like, feel me? Some people gonna pick one over the other. Like, a lot of people pick 1 over 2, but majority of my fans, like, really pick 2 over 1.
Right.
So, like, 3 right now, they filling it out. Feel me?
Yeah, it's bubbling.
The energy from 2 is different. I ain't gonna lie. 2 is personally my favorite, but 3, I was still talking shit. So, like, 1, 2, and 3, like, no matter what order you put it in, all 3 of them shits is still, like, smashing.
And I think, like, when people, like, I want to say come out the gate, but when they drop something of that magnitude, like Part 1, and it's like looking at even the visual aspect of it, that's on some, I mean, all of them are on some street shit, obviously, but that one's like really on some early street
Part
shit.
1?
Yeah, Part 1. So, like, what are those times like in terms of like the journey and like the transition in terms of like maybe how you've upped the levels, like visually, how the games like maybe moved in those years as well, bro?
So you want me to explain like the videos?
Yeah, talk about it.
So Part 1 was just on some. Part 1 was actually an accident.
Right.
I was supposed to shoot a video to another song.
Okay.
But I didn't get the location that I was supposed to get, so we were just outside. That was one of the summers where, like, we just had the whole hood outside, like, every single day.
Yeah.
Where, like, we were just partying every day. So that's how I ended up shooting Part 1. And it was mostly just the bros. So for me, like, I feel like it matched the setting of the song. Part 2 was on some like, we lit now.
You had the bikes out.
Yeah,
on
part 2 was lit now. We got money, so now we all over New York with it. That was really the meaning of Part 2 for me. like part 2 just showed, like part 1 is like I was trying to capture the city, and then part 2 showed like, all right, I got the city now. Cause I went from Brooklyn, I went to Queens, I went to the Bronx. I mean, I was going all over New York. We was on a bridge, and shit. So yeah, we was doing everything. And then part 3, I was on some like, I was like, all right, they already know I leveled up. They already know I got money. But I wanted to take it back to the old scenery, like how we was back in the days. Like show like, all right, we still in our area. This still was going on. Like still comfortable, still fly, still got my chains on. For me. So that's just how everything went for real.
You think we're gonna get more of that series, or is it one that depends on how
right now I'm chilling. It depends on what's going on.
Yeah.
It depends on what's going on. I feel like part 3 might be the last one though.
Okay.
Right, but it depends.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
So talk to me about, we've got by the time this comes out, the big drop's gonna have been out.
Oh yeah, the tape definitely gonna be out, GMTO Volume 2.
Talk to me about this tape, man. Like what can it's gonna, by the time this drops, it's gonna be, people are gonna be playing this loud, but let's talk about the tape.
A lot of people waiting on the tape.
A lot of
people. Yeah, because my first tape was GMTO Volume 1.
Yeah.
So ever since I made that tape, that's like a New York classic, the drill tape.
Facts.
So part 2, I dropped that like 4 years. I dropped Volume 1 like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah. So
how long did Volume 1 come out after you the first drop? Was what, Same Energy? Was that?
Same Energy, my second drop.
Right, okay.
Yeah. So I dropped Same Energy 2021. So I basically ain't dropped a tape in 3 years. So
Yeah.
2020, yeah, it's about to be we in 2024.
So they're really waiting.
So I ain't dropped a tape in 3 years, and then they wanted a Volume 2 before Same Energy.
Okay.
So it's like I kind of had them waiting for a long time. So everybody really waiting for this one. I'm excited though. Like I still got that old drill sound. Like I'm not on no new wave.
Yeah,
I just sound like myself.
Yeah, 100%.
I just sound like myself. So it's like everybody just want that particular sound because everybody sounded like right now. So I'm the only one coming with an authentic sound.
And that's the sound that represents you, and that's what you do, right? That's what you're comfortable with. That's your lane, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's the process been like putting this project of work together? How many of the records are like fresh? Are they all new joints? Have you been sitting on these joints for a couple years? Like, talk a little bit about that.
Most of these songs I recorded in 2022.
Right.
So it's definitely old. It's a year old, but it's new. It's gonna be new to the people.
Yeah, of course.
No, the only songs people heard on it is the songs that I'm dropping going into the rollout. So that's like Obama, Don't Start 3, On Lock, everything else. So that's 3 songs. Everything else is gonna be new.
Yeah. And what about the features on the tape? Talk about some of those artists. Obviously, the UK, we might not be familiar with some of those names. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for a fact. So the thing with me, I don't really do features.
Facts.
Feel me? So my first tape is only one artist on that, and that's one of my partners that I grew up with. For me, that's Leaky G Bando.
Yeah.
So he locked up right now, free Bando.
Okay.
My second tape, I only have like PNB Rock. So rest in peace to PNB Rock for a fact.
Yeah, facts.
For me, and still Leaky G Bando. So this time I wanted to just like, you know, show the people that I'm cool with in the city. So we got people like Shawnee Bin Laden. He locked up right now, free him. Leaky G Bando again. We got Kenzo B. She from the Bronx. We got Lil Tyler. He from Florida.
Okay.
So that's like the 4 features I got up there, and then the rest is just me.
Cold. And what's the energy like between a lot of the US artists? Like, I know you said you know really the features, you're not normally heavy on them like that. Like, what's the energy like amongst like a lot of the drill artists, like in the scene over there? You know what I mean?
I fuck with a lot of people.
D-Thing's your guy?
Yeah, D-Thing. Yeah, that's baby bro. You know, Nesty, Shy G's, Kyle Structure.
Yeah.
SB. I fuck with Stunny Gambino, Cash Cobain, Chow Lee, like people like that. But Cash and Chow, they got like their own sound.
Yeah. I chopped it up with Chow last year at Rolling Loud.
Yeah.
And obviously they got their own own, like vibe and their movement. But that's dope that you man, you got a remix out with him as well.
Yeah. We did a song. We got a couple records unreleased and stuff that we about to work on after I drop this tape. For me, but yeah.
And you're gonna jump on something with D-Thing as well. I saw that in another interview.
Me and D-Thing got a record. Right? We just lost the record.
Oh, for real?
How
you lose that? Well, the producer lost it.
Yeah, he got locked up and then I got locked up. So
days.
A lot was going on. I ended up getting new phones. When I came back, like certain engineers I wasn't like in tune with. But
the people are screaming for that. For that
we
link
definitely working. I fuck with OT7 Kwani. Feel me? So he from Philly. He not really from New York. I just locked in with Central C and them. So
we're gonna touch on the UK side as well. Talk to me a little bit about. I mean, I'm aware of like the influence of the drill. You spoke about it in other interviews, like the Chicago side, like you're a big fan of Chief Keef, and
Fact.
you know what I mean. Come on, like that makes sense. But obviously, and you've worked with Pop. You work with Pop. We're going to touch on that as well. But when I spoke to Fabio, for example, a couple of years ago, he was talking about the impact that the UK had them times in terms of beat selection. We know Pop was fucking with a lot of stuff from out here.
Of course.
You know, for you personally, was there any impact in those times from the sound that was happening here, or was it all Chicago? And what about now? Like, obviously, this is your first time over here, obviously.
UK wise, I was just fucking with the beats heavy.
Right.
So I was fucking with the beats before I actually knew about the rappers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did a beat. And it was one of Heady One's beat.
Okay.
I think it was No Better.
Yeah. Classic.
So I did that beat, and the song I got is Victims. I did that with Leaky G Bando.
Heavy.
And once I did the beat, I saw everybody in the comments talking about Heady One and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's what made me like actually tap in to
and that's going back. That's going back some
so that
time.
what made me tap into the UK drill. I wasn't really heavy on it.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, that's real. And then obviously it leads me into the Pop thing. We know obviously you got the joint 30, which was your joint originally.
Yeah.
What was it like working with Bro them times? Like obviously I saw as well. You guys did that in the studio.
Yeah, we did that in the studio. He picked the beat. And all that. Yeah.
What was Pop's energy like for the people that never experienced it?
He just got a lot of energy. Like he a ball of energy, to be honest. Like, how he is in videos is how he really is in real life. You know, like.
And how far was he popping? What did he have out them times by the time you guys did 30?
Yeah, Welcome to the Party out already.
Okay, yeah.
He had Dior.
Okay, Dior was out, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cold. Okay.
Yeah, hell yeah. So he was already the biggest in the city at them times when me and him did 30 together, so.
Yeah. And I think that's probably a memory that's fond to you now, you know what I mean?
Nah, hell yeah, because he the reason I really started liking Jury and shit. Like, my focus was never on Jury or nothing, like, for me. Hey, he was a good vibe. Studio full of females, like, it felt like a party for me. So it's like he was just showing me, like, how to live like a rapper, like, for me.
I feel like he was like obviously like way ahead of his time. Like he knew what he was gonna be.
100% ahead of his time.
As soon as that momentum started hitting.
Everything that's going on right now, we already talked about it. Like he already manifested it. So it's like to see everything fall in place, even while he going is crazy. Like especially with the 30 record, because like when he got on that, he already knew what it was gonna do.
Yeah.
So for me,
what's that like for you? Them times when he's like popping the way that he was, and then he's obviously heard the 30 joint. So when you had a relationship before that, or he's hit you out of the blue to say, yo, like,
we knew the same people.
Okay.
So we knew some of the same people. So it was more of like, I was already buzzing in the town.
Yeah.
So for me, he already knew who I was and knew of me. It's just, for me, he ain't really know, like, what was going on, like, on some street shit. For me? But it's like, we knew some of the same people, and a couple people vouched for me.
Yeah.
So that's how we really locked in. You know, I pulled up on him. We chopped it up. For me, 30, it was already leaked.
Yeah.
So that was already one of my biggest songs already.
Yeah.
For me, besides, like, Don't Start and all that stuff, like, so. Once he heard it, he was like, yo, I think this the one to remix. Like, this the one that's going to have the crowd going crazy all the time. And for me.
It's dope to have two joints like that are your joints, but you've got technically got a remix for Pop, and people are feeling them both. Like, it's
facts.
Crazy.
Yeah, facts.
Let's talk a little bit about how the sound has evolved as well. Like when we talk about someone like Pop, and now we talk about the guys out there like 41 and that. So to me, that kind of drill is like, I always call it, as a club DJ, like I call it like party drill, like club drill, you know what I mean? Like it's very different to like some of the stuff that you make. So what's it like now in the territory where the sound is? Like, do you feel any kind of pressure to make them kind of joints there, or how do you feel about it? Like,
I don't feel pressure to make those kind of joints. For me, I feel like everything happened naturally. So it's like, it's just good. I like 4-1 because they showing that niggas from the town could still make shit mainstream.
Facts.
Feel me?
Yeah,
so like a record like Bent, it's fire. Like it's drill, but it's like, for me, it's just like a.
It's like I've heard you speak about it before, but I would say it's the same. Like it's like when I'm categorizing even my music, like it's like them kind of rhythms there are like on that Jersey, like that boom boom, like the big sound.
But a lot of people do Jersey beats, but that don't mean it's gonna be like a mainstream hit though. So it's really just the cadence of everything, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, real talk. So let's talk about, obviously, you've been in London, Talk to me about how the week's been so far, how it's been treating you out here. Let's talk about all of that, bro. Like, what you been getting up
It's
to
been
out
good.
here?
It's been calm. I've been going to the studio. I linked up with a couple of the people out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't really want to say everybody's name, but you know what I mean, I linked up with Central seeing them.
Yeah. What's the energy like there? What's the vibes? You cooking up or you just talking?
Nah, we were just chilling, you know, vibing out. They've come to New York, so when they come to New York, for me, you know, they pull up on us.
Yeah.
For me, shout out my son K Hound. He also part of the Gumbo family for me.
Yeah.
So it's like when they pull up to the town, we all link, we chill. So it's like out here, they was just like, we call it rolling out the red carpet, like.
100%.
Yeah,
You gotta make sure you're straight when you come over, and vice versa, man.
Yeah, of course. Sense. So because we got them sturdy when they come out there, they just made sure I was sturdy out here. So we was just vibing and figuring out each other's energy. For me, we wasn't really on like no music timing.
And in terms of the vibe out here, like from your experience for the first time, how you felt like
I like
being
the vibe.
outside? And
everybody like friendly.
You think?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Probably just the areas I'm in.
Yeah,
I mean?
True. Nah, it's cool. It's what it is,
I feel like everybody friendly, everybody on some like, hey, what's up, good morning. You know, when people find out I'm not from here, there's just like more conversation, more love. I feel like New York, you don't really get that much like conversation out of people. Like if you land and walk through the city, you just another person walking through the city, like, you know what I mean?
It's a nice feeling to be able to go abroad and not be in a situation where like you're as known, obviously. You know what I mean? You're still warming in the UK. Like you've been out. You're a veteran in the game.
I saw some people who knew me though.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like crazy. Like when we went shopping and shit. Like.
Yeah. You got time to kind of do your thing. Any more sessions left while you're still here?
Yeah, I got a session right after this.
Okay. You want to name? Anything we put out who it is or not allowed to say?
I don't remember his name.
We should say look out for that one.
Yeah, he up and coming though. He up and coming. He got some shit on TikTok.
Okay.
That's buzzing.
Yeah, I think your man was telling me about him, so I'm gonna look that up when we.
Facts. I wish I had my phone because I could have just showed you. But yeah, he definitely up and coming right now. He got some shit.
And then who else? Like, I don't know who we want to say, but you linked up with a female. Did you end up doing a session with one of the female artists? Like, I don't know if you was in studio with her or not. I know the name, but I don't know if we want to put it out there. Did you record or?
Oh, we didn't get a chance to record though. We definitely gonna work though.
Yeah.
I like her music. Yeah, though.
Yeah, IVD.
Yeah. I like her music. We didn't get a chance to work yet though.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And
definitely.
you check out the guy that I sent you as well. Slim. We was gonna do something with him. I don't know if you heard any of his stuff.
Nah, my manager probably played it for me.
Yeah.
And I don't remember, but they was playing like a lot of people for me. They was playing like Russ.
Is that overwhelming? Like when you're over here and you're getting hit up with artists? Obviously, like real talk. Like you're the kind of character that I feel like you're one of the real ones that wants to take it in. You're only gonna mess with like who you're really fucking with, like sound wise. You know what I mean? So is it overwhelming when like you come over here and everyone's hitting you with different names and like?
It's not overwhelming, but it's good to know because it's like if I don't know. Like, for me, like they basically putting me on to somebody. So
Facts.
like, I like when there's different sounds and there's different people because then I got like a chance to pick like who I really want to make music with.
Real talk. Yeah, and you was with SK already, so yeah,
I fuck with SK heavy. SK was coming to the States during like COVID.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, because he was shooting.
He was bringing a lot of producers out there. So yeah, I definitely fuck with SK a lot. Shout out SK.
Yeah, big up SK. So what, were you gonna expect you to come down here a lot more in the coming years? Like
I'm definitely gonna come again before this year over.
We need a show, bro. What we saying? Like you think next year maybe, or maybe by the end of the year?
Nah, like this year, I think some tech was telling me about something that's like in July.
Okay.
I forgot. I think it's like a wireless.
Oh yeah, Wireless Festival. Yeah, that's basically like a Rolling Loud festival.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to come out here for that.
Okay, but I'm talking about a show. Yeah, but
like my own show.
Yeah,
we gotta put it in the works.
Yeah.
I'll do it this year for a fact. Definitely.
Because I think it's not like you. It's like people know you out here, bro.
Nah,
like, they know about
when I
sound,
posted I was out here, a lot of people DM'd me and asked me like if I was doing the show. Like a lot of people, even people from Paris DM'd me. So
yeah.
Nah, I'm gonna definitely figure it out. I'm definitely gonna come again before the year over.
Sick.
Yeah.
Okay, and then obviously you probably have more time to tap in and like get some more studio sessions in.
Yeah, I definitely got to get some UK features out the way.
And we got to hit the club as well, man. We was trying to do that yesterday, but we ran out of time.
Yeah, we ran out of time. Now I'm gonna be back, so I'm not really stressing. And the next time I come back, I should have at least 2-3 records out with a UK artist.
Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna happen. Yeah.
Nah, hell yeah.
All right, before we run out of here, a couple other ones for you, bro. A random question I ask a lot of artists: what's the hardest diss record that you've ever heard, bro?
That I ever heard?
Yeah.
Like in general?
In general, bro.
Chief Keef War.
Yeah? You going with that one? You going with that one?
Yeah, Chief Keef War. That's one of my favorite shits. One of my favorite. That shit used to get me amped when I was younger.
Yeah. Chief Keef got so many bangers.
Yeah, Chief Keef go crazy. Chief Keef War.
And anything else about the tape? you want to let off to let the people know?
Nah,
So obviously-
GMTO Volume 2, all streaming platforms. We about to go crazy, about to turn up, get back consistent, for me. Cause I got locked up, so for me, like when I came home, I was trying to put a lot of other shit in motion. So now I'm back focused. For me, I'm gonna get them this drill tape, cause I know it's something they wanted to hear. For me, it's a lot of songs that I've been holding. So I'm just ready to start just releasing music.
And the phone must be ringing in terms of like in terms of the stateside.
Yeah.
Everyone must be trying to tap in to
hell
get,
yeah.
get you on shit, you know what I mean?
Nah, yeah. I fuck with a lot of artists. It's a lot. I'm not the type to like brag or like want to post every time I fuck with somebody.
Facts.
Or I don't get around certain artists and record them and want to show that we
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
So I just let everything flow. I'm more genuine. I don't really be on no industry shit. A lot of people be like weird. So it's like, you fuck with me, you fuck with me. If you don't, you don't. If we've been around each other and we don't really get none emotion, then it's just not meant to be. But
Yeah.
fuck with a lot of people from the States. A lot of big artists from the States fuck with me.
Yeah, heavy.
Right.
I'm gonna ask you a couple more before I let you duck out of here. One for your positive news. Question that they like to ask a lot of artists that I sit with. Bizzy, what's the who's had the biggest impact in your life to date? Period, and why?
Period.
Yeah.
Like music wise?
No, just one person who's had the biggest impact in your life, like, and why? Obviously, a lot. It could be like father, mother. It could be like management, anything. Like, who's had the biggest impact in Bizzy's life and why?
Right now, I'm gonna just say my daughter.
Okay, talk about that. Makes sense.
She got me just on grown man timing. So I got a lot of goals that I wanna knock off my list because of her. So
Yeah.
it's like a lot of things I'm doing, going into, like moving situations, just being more strategic, being more smart, watching what I'm doing. Cause I know it's gonna affect her. And as long as I'm around, I know she's gonna be good. So
Real talk. And one more. What would a younger Bizzy Banks, tell himself if he could go back, knowing what you know so far in the journey, bro? What's the one bit of advice you would have given your younger self from what you know up to this point?
Damn, I don't know. I feel like I always been mature. I just feel like I always been who I am now. I probably just tell my younger self like, yo, just keep doing what you always been doing for me. Everything, you name me, everything. You face me, everything.
Yeah.
You make yourself who you are. So just for me, stay yourself.
Real talk.
Man, shout out to the UK. I fuck with y'all. Definitely gonna be back around. Next time it's gonna be way better.
We need a show.
Definitely gonna get them a show. Definitely gonna vibe out. We definitely gonna do everything the right way. Appreciate you for tapping in with me.
Bizzy Banks every time. You know what it is.
What's going on?